Hey there YouTube, this is my third try on making a tactic video. So I will be showcasing Lone Wolf from the Space Wolf Codex. So this is a one model that takes up an elite slot in the Space Wolf Codex. He cannot be joined unit. It's a model count of 1, and if he stays alive until at the end of the game, your opponent gets one kill point, sorry. So his stats are weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 4, strength toughness 4, 2 wounds, initiative 4, 2 attacks, leadership 8, and a 3+ armor save. Nothing special, but what makes him good is that he is 20 points. For 20 points you also get Fearless, Warrior's Death, which means that he's an eternal warrior. If he, as I said, if he survives at the end of the game, your opponent will get one victory point or team point. But what good is in that is if he dies, your opponent will get no kill point whatsoever. So he also has Feel No Pain, and he's a Beast Slayer, which means if he is in combat with a monster creature, walker, or anything that is toughness 5 or more, he automatically gets reroll to hit. So his Wargear is massive, but most of the stuff in the Wargear that you get for him, the Wargear, you don't actually need it. So you can take a power sword or a plasma pistol, a wolf claw, power fist, frostblade or frost axe, thunder hammer, storm shield. Also you can get meltabones, mark of the wolfen, and what I think the most important is up to Fenrisial wolves. So basically you get 2 extra wounds, and if I'm not mistaken, 2 extra attacks for him from the Fenrisial wolves. I will check that up. Yes, 2 attacks piece. So I wouldn't suggest giving him anything from the Wargear. Power sword and plasma pistol are not needed. Wolf claw, if you want you can take it, but I would just rather take something else. I will get to that. Power fist, initiative 1 attack, don't need it. The same for the frost axe. Frostblade also doesn't need it. Thunder hammer or stone shield. I will drop the thunder hammer, but I will consider taking the storm shield for more survivability for that invulnerable save. But storm shield is mostly needed for Terminator armored Lone Wolves, which I'll be explaining shortly. What I would take is Mark of the Wolfen. If you're running him in power armor, as you can see here, with 2 wolves, you would want to take the Mark of the Wolfen, the 6+1 attack, which is good. And this is how I would run him. So here we have a little diorama. We have our Lone Wolf with his 2 Fenrisial wolves, we have a 5-man squad of Grey Hunters, and we have our traitor Chaos Space Marines. So if you're running a power armor guy with Mark of the Wolfen, you need to run him closely to some other of your units which you want to get in close combat. He's in power armor with the Mark of the Wolfen. He's very good against infantry units with low armor save. So get him close to your unit, and on your turn, if it's your turn and you have a charge, first of all charge these guys in the field. If you're charging here, they will put all of their Overwatch shots into them. So they charged, lost one guy, but made the charge. Now they're in close combat. So Now that they are in close combat, now you can charge and support them, which is a very important thing that many players out there forget. Your units should support each other, not act as a lone model. Even the Lone Wolves. The name itself says Lone Wolf. They cannot join any unit, but they work great as a supporting unit. So they charge in. We have a Huron Blackheart in there. Now he's an independent character, so he can challenge Huron. So let's say they challenge each other. So they're here and they're in combat. Now the interesting part is that the wolves, they also are in the challenge with Huron, because wolves are Wargear in this situation. They cannot be shot, they cannot be targeted in close combat. They're Wargear, they're basically invisible to enemy models. But in close combat, they act as a normal model in your turn. So their initiative, let's say their initiative is higher than Huron's. So they attack first. But Huron can't attack them. He must attack the Lone Wolf because they are Wargear. They are not infantry or monster creature models at this moment. So let's say the combat is a draw. We put a wound on each other, but that's very good because basically you denied Huron to attack your units, which can take care of the Chaos Space Marines. If you didn't challenge Huron and let's say he denied the challenge, that's much better because he doesn't attack, he sits somewhere else, and now with your D6 plus 2 attacks from the wolves, you're basically gonna kill the entire unit with the help of your Grey Hunters. So now let's see some other possibilities for the Lone Wolf. So this is the second variation of how I personally prefer to run the Lone Wolf. So this Lone Wolf is in a Terminator armor. The Terminator armor costs you 25 points, which means 35 points for a model, because the base cost of a Lone Wolf is 20, plus the Tooth and Razor Wolves. One of them costs 2 points. Yes, it's already going to be kind of pricey. I also love to equip him with a Thunderhammer or Storm Shield. The only thing that I would replace the Thunderhammer is with a Chain Fist. Now, why do I personally prefer to run him in a Terminator armor? If you use a power armor guy, you want to run him as a supporting character for your Grey Hunter squads for infantry kill. But the Terminator armor is kind of slow, so I prefer him to stick in my deployment zone and guard my long tanks. If I know that my opponent is running something that will come up from deep strike or out tank, I will definitely hide him behind some terrain and let my opponent forget about him. On movement phase, I don't touch him, I don't remind my opponent that he's on the table. If my opponent is hyperactive or trying to play for the kills, he will forget about him, which is very good. Now, going back to the Thunderhammer and Storm Shield and Chain Fist. When I just started playing Lone Wolves, I started playing them with Chain Fist. It was back in the previous edition. Chain Fists are really good against cracking up vehicles and dreadnoughts, but with the new edition, vehicles kind of get nerfed. I still think that they are very good, and I don't understand people that say you don't need Rhinos or anything other or dreadnoughts. I don't understand them, but okay. But now when the transports and dreadnought got kinda north, I really like to run him with Thunderhammer, especially that our gaming club tournament players are running plenty of monsters that come out from deep strike, and my turn I just kinda come up to him and smack his face with the Thunderhammer. Again, I will recommend to add the individuals. It's up to you if you want 2 or 1. I like 1 because they look cool. Yeah, I spent coins just because they look cool. And yeah, with the power armor guy you just want to run him up, but with the Thunderhammer Stormshield you want to sit him on your deployment zone, hide him behind some terrain that is near your long fangs, and use him as a supporting guardsman, so to speak. Not an Imperial Guardsman, but like a guard. But one suggestion, if you are playing against an army that you know that will not come to you, as as I played against Elder, and you know that they will sit and shoot you, the best way for him is just move him slowly up to your opponent's deployment zone. Yes, he will be killed by shooting because his weak spot is shooting. He once got killed by an orc that used Overwatch, and this guy had one wound left. The orc used an Overwatch shot and killed him off. So actually overwatching is his weak point, so keep that in mind. So I was moving up to my opponent's deployment zone, and he was actually soaking up, I would say, 35% of my opponent's shooting, and he was soaking that up for 3 turns of my opponent's shooting, which is really good. As I ran him, he's 115 points, I think, I don't remember, or 120 points, I really don't remember, but he makes up for his points. He soaked up 3 turns of shooting, sorry, and then died, which denied my opponent the kill point, which is really good. So it's up to you, either you want to run a Terminator armor guy or a power armor guy. I actually prefer the Terminator to the power armor because that's my play style. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I need to say that the Lone Wolf is my most favorite unit in the entire game. I think that he has a great fall-off, that he is a very good unit, and players often overlook him. So thanks for watching, please rate and subscribe and follow my blog.